Hi everybody, it's Carlin from the Real Outdoor Experience. Thanks for tuning in. Ian and I are fresh off doing a whole bunch of reviews for all of our different Mossberg firearms. We had a ton of fun at the range. Now, one of the things we discussed while we were there is patterning. And you know what? When we look back at virtually every series that we've ever done, we discuss hunting ethics and patterning. So we thought we'd put together this short video to help you understand patterning and help you apply it to your firearms. Now, we took 36-inch circles. We drew a 2-inch black circle in the middle of that, which was our point of aim. When you look at some of these targets, you're going to notice that the point of aim and the point of impact are different. The only way we can see this is by patterning. So when we look at pattern density, we're looking at a 12 or 20-inch circle because that's really the kill zone. We're also looking at how many pellets we can fit into that 36-inch circle. Gives us a visual representation of our pattern downrange. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, we took all these shots at 25 yards so that we could show you the differences between the choke tubes and some of the different ammunition that we used. We use Kent cartridge religiously because simply for us it works and it's very good ammunition. We would encourage you to find out exactly what ammunition works for you with your particular setup, your barrel, your choke tube, and the different distances and game that you're using the ammunition and shotgun for. Ian and I used the 930 and the 935 shotguns from Mossberg. We used a modified and full choke, and we used Kent ammunition and Federal. And we'll show some of these patterns here in a second. On this sheet we used a 3-inch Kent fast steel number 2 shot, 1 1/4 ounce steel load, and achieved a good result. 96% of available pellets hit the circle. You can see that the pattern is somewhat concentrated to the upper left area. You can also clearly see the difference in the point of aim and the point of impact. This needs to be noted. Now, this is the same cartridge using a full choke. The percentage went down a bit, but the pattern spread is very good. This may be Ian's go-to combination. For contrast, we used the same gun, the same cartridge parameters, only this one was made by Federal. It achieved a much lower percentage. This would not be the ideal choice. Again, for optics, we shot a 3.5-inch Kent fast steel in number 2. This was an 1 3/8 load with a modified choke out of the 935. We did not achieve the results that we had hoped for, given the extra number of projectiles in the load. So, is the extra punishment worth it? The jury's still out on this one. We need to do more testing. Now, at the end of the day, what it did was it gave us a graphic representation and a percentage of how many pellets, when compared to starting point, were actually shot into that 36-inch circle. Also, it gave us a visual representation of the difference between the point of aim I mentioned before and the point of impact. Having a field journal is a great way of remembering all of these different statistics when it comes to the different species and the different shots and the different choke tubes and all the different parameters that you may come in contact with. Now, keep in mind that with your particular firearm, it probably comes with a number of different chokes, and every one of those chokes is going to be a different pattern. So make sure that when you're out at the range, change the choke. Use the choke for that particular species. Make sure that you write down exactly the combination that you used and the results that you got, the percentage that you got. This is important. Now again, stock tubes are going to vary as opposed to custom or aftermarket tubes. Make sure that you go through the same exercise all over again if you happen to buy a new choke or change the choke out. What you're going to want to look for is the pattern spread. Do you have a hot load in the center, or do you have a nice even spread throughout that whole pattern? Ultimately, what you want to do is you want to create a pattern that gives you a nice density at a decent distance that you normally are comfortable with shooting, and therefore you can go into the field with confidence and know what kinds of patterns you're shooting out there, not having to wonder if it's actually going to kill a goose or a duck or a grouse. You're going to know exactly where that pattern is going to go and at what distance. And this, in the end, is the ethical piece. When we go out as hunters, we're not just shooting blindly into the air hoping for that strike. We're shooting with purpose at our quarry and knowing within a given distance, given these parameters, we're going to be able to make that shot every time. And if you're not making that shot every time, back to the drawing board. Perhaps it's some of our shot placement, perhaps it's some of the mechanics that we're actually using. Really hope that this has helped you understand what patterning is all about, given you a visual representation and some tips on how you can go out and do this yourself. Check out episode 16 of Ammo School. Daniel Banting and Ian go through some of the pattern. Actually, check out all of the Ammo School. It's a great series. If you want to learn a little bit more about shotgun ammunition, make sure you take the time, get out to the range. If you are a mentor or a parent or somebody that's helping somebody else learn how to hunt, this is a great exercise to go through. And you know what? It's never a bad day at the range when you get to take the shotguns out and just have fun. We have a number of series. We have a lot of different educational videos on our website. Check them out, www.therealoutdoorexperience.com. Make sure you take the time, get out, teach people some hunting ethics, take your kids with you. They would love to learn this stuff. From Carlin and Ian at The Real Outdoor Experience, thanks for watching. Take care for now, and don't forget, always keep it real. Bye for now.